Hey, so it's like 3:45 in the morning, Chicago time. Um, Natalie's been up for maybe an hour and a half. I spent about an hour with her. Um, just kind of woke up a little disoriented and crying. Everybody went to bed about 8:30, I think, 8. Um, but I don't think it's actually that big of a deal, anything more than jet lag. I mean, the fact is, it's like almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon, um, back in Hong Kong, and we did spend a week there. So, I mean, and she's from there, so she's certainly more jet lagged, probably. Um, uh, she's really congested too, um, and that could just be a combination of things. I'm always congested after flying, so I give her a little Benadryl, um, like a half of a kid's dose. So that'll probably help her sleep and deal a little bit, dry up her nose a little bit. Um, she's cute. She purrs. I mean, I know it's a kind of snoring, but um, she purrs when she sleeps, uh, or at least she does when she's a little congested. Judy's with her right now. Um, I was cleaning some stuff up, and I think Abby's awake too, which that's just killing me. But Natalie made quite a bit of noise. She got out of bed, and so whatever. So yesterday was pretty cool. Mom and Candy and Seth and of course Chris and Judy met us at the airport, and that was really nice. And the fact is, Laura was just incredibly important. I mean, she was helpful to me for sure, but she was incredibly important to Abby. Um, I'm sure I could have managed just me and Abby going to Hong Kong, but Abby wouldn't have had nearly as much fun as she did, because it frankly just would have been more work for her. Not that she would have been doing stuff, but just more emotional work, trying to keep it together, and not having quite the same freedom and flexibility that she had because her Aunt Laura was there. So I think that contributed to a much more positive experience for Abby. And so I'm grateful that Laura came. Seth's got a good woman on his hands, and he needs to take good care of her. She's due in December with their first kid, and that's going to be wild, because come December, Mom and Dad will have 5 grandchildren living in Chicago, and Joaquin in Northern California, so 6 grandchildren. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, because I hope they end up having more. Yeah, so of course asked Abby what does she want for dinner tonight. She can have anything that she wants, and she said, I want mac and cheese and hot dogs. So I made her mac and cheese and hot dogs, and she wanted peas in the mac and cheese, but we didn't have any peas or broccoli, so she got it straight, which that's fun. Chris, of course, very ecstatic about getting his mac and cheese and hot dogs straight. So he was pretty happy about that. One of the things that Laura and I recognized when we were in Hong Kong, we would take Natalie and Abby out to dinner, is that here's this white family, Laura, me, and Abby, sitting at this dinner table, and this Chinese girl sitting in a stroller, all strapped in, not eating. We're all eating and drinking and having dessert and drinking, water and Coke Light and juice and stuff. And we're not giving Natalie anything because she can't. She can take stuff by mouth, but only under very controlled circumstances. And the only stuff that she takes by mouth is like water, broth, and Pediasure. Which Pediasure, that's just nasty. We got to get her stuff off that stuff, and get her on something that tastes a little bit more flavorful. There's got to be some sort of meal supplement shake stuff that she could take that would be just as nutritious as Pediasure. It doesn't taste like baby yak. And how do I know how baby yak tastes? Well, take care of a baby for 6 months every single day, and then ask me that question again. Yeah, just weird going to a restaurant with Natalie, but we ended up going to like the same restaurant at least twice, because it was really close to the hotel, and they got it. I mean, it doesn't take long to realize, Natalie's got some limitations, and I'm sure the caregivers have a reason for doing what they're doing. Plus, if her shirt comes up even just a couple of inches, you see her Mickey sight, and it's like, oh, okay, well, that's gonna change pretty quick. We'll all eat at the same time, and when we go to restaurants and stuff, she'll get something in her belly, as we all kind of figure stuff out. Just that, I gave her a bath last night. She loves her baths. She had some bath toys this time because, we're home, and she liked playing with the bath toys. It conditioned her hair really, really well. So her hair is softened up a little bit. Gonna have to work on that. Asian hair, man, it's thick. I'm just not used to this crazy thick hair. It's cool, but she's got some thick hair, and we don't. I mean, like, it takes like Wolverine's adamantium claws to split my fine follicles. That's how thin they are, and Natalie's, you can split with a chainsaw. They're so thick. I mean, it's a luxurious hair, but because of that, being in the stroller all the time, flopping around on the floor all the time, the back of her hair gets pretty well abused. So I think she appreciated that. I don't know. Coconut scented conditioner. I don't think she cares one way or the other. But her hair got a nice treatment tonight, and they played. Abby, Chris, and Natalie played in the living room. Abby and Chris were just so happy to see each other. I put a video on Facebook. They were just really excited to see each other. Made a connection with that family in Oklahoma that adopted the little girl with the cleft lip, cleft palate, who I met on the airplane. So I'm hoping they reach out to me on Facebook. It'd be nice to just kind of stay connected. I mean, there were like a half dozen families who adopted kids from China on that flight. And the reason why I know is because we all had to go through the same immigration process. And immigration, they were awesome. They just moved us families who were adopting like right through, and you could tell some other, actual adult immigrants were a little irritated by the fact that they had to wait quite a bit longer than we did. But The U.S. consulate gives the adopted immigrant minor just this huge packet of information, and it's completely sealed, with this official, U.S. consulate, USCIS seal and approval, and it's all taped up, and you give entrance immigration at U.S. Customs and Borders Enforcement, the Hong Kong passport, and the customs claim check for the family, and boom, boom, boom. I mean, we were in and out of there in less than 10 minutes. It was pretty cool. I was impressed. Okay, 10:38. I gotta go. So, love you guys. Some people are bringing us some food tomorrow. Very grateful for that. Jonathan Triple, you're awesome. Laura, Seth, you guys are great. Redeemer Church at Downers Grove, you guys, a lot of prayers coming out from you guys, and I'm very appreciative of that. Mom and Dad, Black, thank you for taking care of Judy and Chris while I was gone. Chris seems in really good spirits, sleeping like Chris, like a baby tonight, which is good. I don't know if this is even going to post because it's so long. There's plenty of other people to thank. Bethany Christian Services, Bethany Rock. If anybody's going to adopt, hook up with Bethany. I mean, not only are they great for us, but they take care of so many kids. And Mother's Choice in Hong Kong, that orphanage and social services organization, yeah. Figure out how to support that group. Even if you're never going to adopt a kid, figure out how to support Mother's Choice, social services, and We Care.